Give God the glory. We woke up this morning. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. And if you're not, I hope it gets a lot better. And yeah, keep God first. Now, let me talk about the topic of this video. NFL divisional round is going to be so lit. I don't know who's going to, I have my opinion on who's going to win. But honestly, when it comes to the playoffs, anybody can win. Anybody can win. Who's going to get to the AFC championship game? Who's going to get to the NFC championship game? Now, I don't know where to start. We're going to start with the AFC or are we going to start with the NFC? Now, my prediction I start with the Seahawks and 49ers. Seahawks and 49ers. Just my opinion coming from a Viking fan. Now, when it comes to the 49ers, I got a lot of respect for what they accomplished this season. But I think their last game this season will be in Seattle because listen, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win because they're just having a great season. They're fighting through all these injuries, and it's honestly amazing on how they're able to overcome every injury. They lost George Kittle when they went against the Eagles, and they still somehow, some way, pulled off the dub. They lost Bosa. They lost Fred Warner. They lost so many players. Lost so many players, and they're still winning. But I just feel like, can they overcome the Seahawks? The Seahawks are the number one seed for a reason. Sam Darnold's playing at a very elite level. Sam Darnold in the Seattle Seahawks offense, man, amazing this year. Their defense is amazing. So how can the 49ers, which I'm not trying to hate on their defense because they're banged up, but are they going to be able to slow down Sam Darnold enough for Brock Purdy to do enough against a very good defense? Can Brock Purdy master the Seahawks defense? Can he master the Seahawks defense? I don't know about that. And I like Brock Purdy a lot. He's been playing amazing, but I just don't think they have enough. They keep losing multiple players. They keep losing players. I don't know how they can overcome this. But what I will say is this. When it comes to Kyle Shanahan and the way he coaches, is by far, he's a very good coach, and he keeps making adjustments to what he has. I forgot the fullback's last name. They started using their fullback in the passing game, right? In the passing game, Kyle something. Kyle Shanahan, we lost our tight end, so we're going to make the adjustment, and we're going to start using our fullback. That's what a great coach does. That's why I'm like, it's not a guarantee that the Seahawks is going to win this game. I got the Seahawks as the favorite to beat the Niners. But like I said, this is not a guarantee. Like the 49ers can win this game. The 49ers are definitely one of those teams that you can't sleep on. And they might be feeding off that underdog mentality like, hey, listen, everybody thinks we're going to lose. And everybody's counting us out. That's going to motivate them. But it's like it comes a time where you just can't overcome all these injuries. I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday, but I'll tell you one thing. I got a lot of respect for the 49ers coming from a Viking fan. Man. The 49ers, how they're overcoming all these injuries is almost unbelievable. I don't know how they're able to win these games like that. Great coaching, definitely, and great quarterback play, and their defense is coming through, especially against the Eagles. Shout out to 80 in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you Super Hulk smash that like button. We're talking about the divisional round, and we're going to talk about predictions of who you think is going to win. Make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button and definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And like I said, we're also going to be going live for primetime games as well. Not all, but some. But shout out to Aiden. He said, it's amazing seeing these young quarterbacks performing in these playoffs games and winning Super Bowl. Exactly. You know, there's a lot of young quarterbacks in the that's in the playoffs. Bo Nix, you know, Drake May. We're going to talk about all that very soon. But getting back to the 49ers versus Seahawks, I just don't know if they can overcome all these injuries. They've been doing it, though. And 49ers fans keep saying, keep on doubting us. And it's not that I'm doubting y'all. I'm just thinking, like, how can you keep winning when literally you're going against, first of all, in my opinion, a better overall team that's healthier, right? They're healthier than you. And on top of that, I don't know if you're gonna go to Seattle and beat them. Like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Going to Seattle and beating them in their house when you're definitely banged up and hurt. I don't know about that. What's going on, time, Mike? All I'm going to say this. Say disrespectfully, the Houston Texans with Mr. Turnover CJ Stroud can't play that coming to New England. Yeah, he can't play like that. No, yeah, you're right. That's going to be a beautiful game. Hey, listen, CJ, and I'm going to get to that definitely very soon. I'm going to get to that game. Texans defense is by far, to me, the best overall defense. That's just my opinion, but their offense cannot struggle like that against the Patriots. They can't. They're gonna lose. They cannot struggle against the Patriots like that. But who do you think is gonna win between the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers? Who do you think is gonna win that game? Like, I just feel like the Seahawks are just a better overall team. And even though I feel like the 49ers, like, it's just a different type of season for them. They're winning despite injuries. You know what I mean? They're winning despite injuries, and they just keep on proving everybody wrong. But I just don't know if they could overcome a better overall team. Like, but Brock Purdy is, in my opinion, he's an elite quarterback. I said it. He's an elite quarterback. I'm not going to put him up there with Josh Allen yet. I'm not going to put him up there with Patrick Mahomes. But he's definitely up there, though, man. He's definitely, like, right below there. Like, and Brock Purdy is definitely one of them dogs, man. He's putting his team on his back. He went into Philly and beat a hard team, the defending champions. I got a lot of respect for the 49ers. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they can get past the Seahawks. Now, just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that the 49ers will lose this game, because honestly, anything can happen when it's the playoffs. But I just don't see the Seahawks losing. Not yet, at least. He said, Bills Mafia all day. Yeah, the Bills, we're going to talk about that game as well, bro. We're going to talk about that game as well. Shout out to you, bro. The Houston Texans offense struggles like Philadelphia. Yeah, you ain't lying. Bills Rams Super Bowl. Bills Rams Super Bowl. That could definitely happen. My favorites for the Super Bowl is the Seahawks in the NFC. And in the AFC, I have no freaking clue. Like, I have no clue. Like, I was going to say the Texans are definitely up there, but after that performance by CJ, I don't know, bro. I think it's more like because I'm going with defense. I love the Broncos. Their defense is spectacular. I also like Josh Allen and the Bills, but I just don't know, man, because their defense is not consistent. I like the Patriots. Drake May and that offense is looking good, plus their defense, but I don't know, man. Uh, Houston Texans versus Patriots. That game is going to be good. Bills Broncos. Those Broncos excited about these games. Yep, these are some good games. The Seattle Seahawks was my sleeper team out of the NFC. I got Seattle. Okay. Don't sleep on that Seattle. Yes, that defense is amazing. That Seattle defense is simply amazing. That's another thing I'm just like, how is Brock Purdy going to be able to overcome that defense? Because the one thing I would say, right, the Seahawks are going to score, right? They're going to score more than the Eagles. They're a better offense than the Eagles, in my opinion, right? So will Brock Purdy be able to keep afloat offensively, keep the team afloat? Because you got to match what Sam Darnold does. You got to match what that offense does. And he's going against a defense, bro, like a probably top 3 defense in the game, right? Top 4, top 5, right? So how is Brock Purdy going to keep this team from not getting the brakes beat off of him? He's going to have to play the best game of his career, pretty much. The best game of his career. And he can definitely overcome the Seattle Seahawks, but I just don't think it's happening. I just don't. Respectfully speaking, I just don't. I just don't. All right, so most people got the Seahawks winning that game. So let's go to the other NFC game. So we got the Rams and Bears. Rams are going to Bears territory in Chicago. Shout out to Jay Norton in the building. He said, bear down, Mike. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate it. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button so we can get this out there. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right, so Jay Norton said, bear down, Mike. All right, all right. I got the Bears upsetting the Rams. Caleb can win that game versus Rams. Yo, this is one of the hardest games to predict, to try to, I just feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know where to go. I originally have the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win. But like I said, anything can happen in the playoffs. I think that Matthew Stafford, he is the MVP, in my opinion. I know that's the regular season award, but I just know Matthew Stafford is he's one of them guys. And can Chicago Bears defense step up again against the best, debatably the best quarterback the best quarterback in the game right now? He's playing the best right now. Can they slow down Matthew Stafford? If so, I do feel like Caleb Williams and that offense is going to be able to score on the Rams defense. Even though the Rams got some dogs, their pass rush is elite. It's a tough game. And they're going to Chicago, which is another advantage for the Bears. So I'm going back and forth with that game. That game is very hard to call. Coming from a Viking fan opinion, I was talking to Viking fans talking about how good Ben Johnson has been for the Bears and how he definitely turned around the Chicago Bears franchise. Listen, the Lions offense was good at one point because Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator. He left, the Lions offense was not as good, right? And then Ben Johnson, he's the head coach of the Bears. The Bears offense last year was not the best, right? Not the best at all. You've seen flashes of how good Caleb can be, but not like this. And Ben Johnson, his play calling is amazing. Has Caleb playing at an elite level. And we're going to see what happens. It's going to be a good game. It's like a 50-50 coin flip. I'm still leaning towards the Rams by just a tiny bit. But then when I really think about it, man, the Bears defense, I'm just nervous about their defense, but they might step up. They might step up against the Rams once again. And a good offense like the Bears have can definitely help a defense that's struggling. But what I would say is this. 50-50 coin flip. I still got the Rams winning, but I would not be surprised if the Bears are victorious against the Rams. Rams are, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's a hard call. It's a hard call. In the NFC, you better have the Bears. Sam Darnold is the X factor if he doesn't implode. Shout out to my guy Bob in the building. If he doesn't implode, Seattle can go a long way. Yes, I agree with that. Sam Darnold is the X factor, man. Like, if he's on point, man, I just don't see Seattle losing to the 49ers. I just don't. Let's bring Lombardi Trophy back to NFC North with the Bears getting the job done. No, let's do that with the Vikings next year, brother. Let's do that with the Vikings next year. You said, Mike, I'm about to shock the world right now. Denver will lose whoever they play. You heard it. Oh, Denver plays Buffalo, right? Denver plays Buffalo. You know I'm a big supporter of Josh Allen, right? So those who know, I think Josh Allen's probably the best quarterback in the game. That's just my opinion. Or at least one of the best, right? Top 2, top 3. Josh Allen didn't play the best in his first playoff game, but guess what? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the one thing when you think of Josh Allen, he's a true dual threat quarterback. He can beat you with his legs, he can beat you with his arm. And what game, who did they play? They played, the Jags, right? Listen, the Jags was holding it down, but guess what? They didn't really take into account how good Josh Allen is with his legs. He had like 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns. I know he had like 1 passing touchdown. And he got the game-winning touchdown with his legs. So he's a true dual threat. And the one thing that you can't do when it comes to Josh Allen, just in my opinion, you can't count Josh Allen out. Like, Josh Allen and the Bills have a chance against the Broncos. But the thing about the Broncos is they have, debatably, in a lot of people's eyes, the best defense in all of football. So can Josh Allen figure out that defense and do enough for the Bills to be victorious? I don't know, man. That's a tough game. That's a tough game to call as well. Come on, Mike. You know you want to say Bears all day winning it. He said yes. We got them in the Bears. Come on, Mike. He said Caleb cannot give teams like the Rams 27 points leads. I think they're going to come back. Yep. Just think the Vikings team is plunging towards being terrible. Hey, too evil. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and also hit that subscribe button. We are going live for some primetime games, and also we're going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Too evil, you might be right, man. I hope you're wrong, but we'll see. The biggest mystery right now is Brian Flores, right? And JJ McCarthy. We don't know if he's the guy. Some people say he is the guy. I want to believe that JJ McCarthy is the guy, but he has to be healthy. He has to stay healthy. And the Vikings cannot go into 2026 NFL season and just put all their eggs in one basket thinking that JJ McCarthy will be healthy for the whole season. You can't do it. You just can't. And then Brian Flores leaving will be a disaster. And I heard that he's about to get interviewed by the Ravens and I think the Commanders. I don't know, man. It's just crazy, man. He's getting interviewed by a few teams, man. Now for the Phillies next. Ben Johnson not going anywhere anytime soon. The Bears can only go up from here and be a contender for years to come. My Vikings got catching up to do with the Packers. And man, we already there, bro. So, I don't know about that. We're going to try to catch up. We're going to catch up in 2026. We got them outside in the cold. They're not used to playing in the cold. Come on, Mike. That's true. That could be a factor. I will agree. But what I will say is this. I understand that the Rams are a dome team. They're not used to the cold. But they still got the MVP. They still got a solid defense that can get after the quarterback. I'm not saying the Bears will lose necessarily. It could be either way. I feel like it's more of a coin flip for that game. But if I had to choose between one of the teams, I'm going Rams because of the MVP. You know what I mean? But listen, the Bears could definitely win that game. Bears have no answer for Stafford and Pookie. That's what I'm saying, bro. they're going to get cooked in the secondary unless Johnson is on his A game. Unless Johnson is on his A game, because he's the number one corner for the Bears. Listen, they're going to get cooked in the secondary, bro. Like, I'm just being honest. We'll see what happens. My question is this. Is Caleb in that offense, they've been one of the best offenses in the game all season long. Are they going to do enough offensively to just, like, make it interesting? I don't think it's going to be a beatdown. This could be a field goal, a game-winning field goal. I do have the Rams winning by a field goal, I think. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. Go Bills. Yeah, Bills. All right, let's get to another game. So we talked about, hold on, what teams have we talked about? The Bills. Let's talk about the Bills versus, no, not Bills versus Broncos. Let's talk about Texans versus Patriots. Who do y'all have? Texans versus Patriots. We're gonna talk about them real quick. Texans versus Patriots. Now, when I think about the Patriots, man, y'all know how I feel about Drake May. I liked him out of the 2024 NFL draft. You know what I mean? I was rocking with Drake, regardless of what anybody else was saying. Like, oh, he sucks. He's not going to be a good quarterback. I watched hundreds of hours of film of Drake May, and I know the future. I know he's not going to be good. All right, man, whatever. I looked at the film as well, and I get a whole different opinion, and I'm going the opposite of what you're saying. And so far, I'm right about the whole Drake May thing. I'm a big supporter of Drake May. I love the way he carries himself. I love the way he plays the game. He reminds me of Josh Allen, to keep it real with you, because he can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with his arm. I think the Patriots are going to beat the Texans. Then again, it's so hard to call, man. It really is, man, because the one thing about the Texans is that defense is so, like, it's a scary defense to go against. It's a scary defense to go against. That Texans defense, I know it was against the Steelers, and I'm not saying the Steelers are like a terrible team. Aaron Rodgers had no time at all. He had Anderson and Danielle Hunter in his face all game long, and I felt bad for Aaron Rodgers at one point. That game was so close because the Texans offense was brutally bad for most of the game, and they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. But to be honest with you, that game, it was a one-point game going into the fourth quarter. Now, I think Patriots have a better offense. Right now in Drake May's career is better than Aaron Rodgers right now in his career right now. So if I had to choose a team that will win that game, I think I'm going to go Patriots. But at the same time, man, that defense is just elite, man. That defense is elite. Yes, we called it. Play outside. It's Chi-Town win. That's true. If Josh Allen doesn't win it this year, he may never win it. Ooh. Why did y'all not sign Darnold? I'll give you the answer that I'm thinking. I don't 100% know, but I'm just going to give you my opinion. They drafted J.J. McCarthy in the 2024 NFL draft, and they didn't expect Sam Darnold to be that good in 2024 season. And when he went and we won 14 games, this is what I'm assuming, right? This is what I'm assuming. I think Eagles got so big when it comes to like Kevin O'Connell and just the coaching staff or whatever, right? In general, got so big, they're like, all right, if we can make Sam Darnold look like this in 1 year, we should be able to make a top 10 pick look like this. But the thing is, right, Sam Darnold is a veteran quarterback. No, he wasn't successful with the teams he was on, but he is a veteran quarterback. He was a top 3 pick, I believe, with the Jets a few years ago. He has the arm talent. He just didn't go. He just hasn't been on the right team, right? And then people were saying, oh, well, he has Justin Jefferson. He has Jordan Addison and T.J. Hockenson. Well, that's probably why he was good. And Kevin O'Connell is the quarterback whisperer. So they're like, oh, we could just let him go. Take the chance, let him go. We believe in J.J. McCarthy. And, yeah. And then on top of that, a lot of Viking fans were saying, yo, he ain't going to be that good with Seattle. And he won 14 games. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was one of the people that said, yo, I don't know if he got that it factor. I'm trying to move on to J.J. McCarthy. I was one of the people that said it. I'm not going to sit here and cap. But at the same time, I admit that I was wrong about that. Listen, Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. It's not a coincidence that that man, back-to-back seasons, winning 14 games. That's not a coincidence. Yes, he has players around him, but he's the quarterback. The quarterback is by far the most important player on the team. And for him to go back-to-back 14-3 records with a back-to-back 14-3 records with two different franchises, with two different teams, a whole new playbook, that speaks volumes, right? So what it really comes down to, I think the Eagles were so big. They're like, all right, let him go. We have money to spend on free agency if we let him go. And they put all their eggs in one basket with J.J. McCarthy. And I think that was probably a mistake because maybe J.J. McCarthy needed one more season to really learn. I disagree with that. I honestly feel like you have to play to really learn. Like, people try to go by like the Green Bay Packers playbook and other franchises, right? The thing about it is this. When you talk about Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre was the quarterback. That's why Aaron Rodgers had to sit behind him. If they didn't have a Brett Favre in front of him, I promise you Aaron Rodgers would have played a lot sooner. Whether that helped him or not helped. Probably helped him, right? Watching an all-time great. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers because he's Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, we can't copy off of other franchises. And I would say this, man. There's a lot of young quarterbacks that started right away that are looking decent / good. Some quarterbacks do need time to sit on the bench. I'm not saying that's just not that some quarterbacks don't need to sit, but at the same time, not every quarterback has to sit. And I just think they rushed the process, but Eagles and made a mistake, possibly. Who knows? I think J.J. McCarthy has the ability, but can he stay healthy? That's the biggest question. But we'll see, man. That's a good question. Thank you, Break Forever in the building. Like, comment, and share. Thank you so much, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel, man, about these playoffs in the divisional round. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button so we can get this out. Hit the like button. Can I get 10 likes on the stream? Hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And we're also going to be going live for primetime games as well. So shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Let me get to the comments. Ice in his veins. Low scoring Patriots going to 13-6 type game. Yeah, it's probably going to be low scoring. But I tell you one thing. I don't care how good your defense is. If your defense is really good, right, they're going to eventually get tired. The one thing I would say is this. The Eagles' offense is not as good as the Seahawks' offense. I think we can all agree with that. And what am I talking about? Hold on. I mean, the Patriots' offense is let me read that comment again. Oh, because they're going against the Texans. All right, so Texas. Who did the Texans play? Oh, the Steelers. My bad. I'm thinking of Pennsylvania. So we can all agree that the Seahawks offense is better than the Steelers offense, right? They have a better offensive line, have a better running game, they have better wide receivers. Now, I don't know about better wide receivers. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are two really good wide receivers. The problem with why I keep confusing Eagles and Steelers? Texans can't score. Yeah, they can't score. Trying to multitask because there's like trucks on this trail. No, they can't fumble against the Pet. Yeah, he can't fumble. That wasn't all on CJ. A couple of those fumbles was on CJ, but the other ones, he just the dang on center was over. Like, I don't know what he was doing, snapping the ball over his head. I don't know what the heck he was doing, snapping the ball too low. So they're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, but I feel like we know. LA Rams are going to come into Soldier Field. It's 0 degrees at night. They still got on sunscreen. They still got on sunscreen. That's funny. JJ McCarthy and Max B has some personnel, same personnel as Sam Darnold, and we win 9 games and lost 8. Yeah, but like I said, Sam Darnold's a veteran quarterback. You know what I mean? I just think that I don't know. JJ McCarthy wasn't ready, period. Texans game comes down to play calling. If they rely on the run, they win. Right, I agree. They have to run the ball. If they rely on Stroud, they lose. I don't know, man, because Stroud be looking good sometimes. Like, some of those throws against the Steelers defense was amazing, man. It's just the problem is he'll throw some of those bad throws and then the fumbling. It's just his pocket awareness. I feel like CJ Stroud's pocket awareness isn't the best. But I just feel like the Patriots, their offense is way better than the Steelers' offense. So you're not going to – Texas got a good defense, but I think the Patriots they're going to score more. They're going to score more than 6 points. Like, this is not going to be a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter. Like, when it comes, not a 6-point game. Like, yeah, 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter. It's not going to be like that. Like a 7-6 game. Like, no. I believe the Texans will score more. I don't think the Texans' offense is that brutal. So I got to give credit to the Steelers' defense, man. The Steelers' defense came to play. And slow down CJ, made him turn the ball over. It just wasn't enough because just wasn't enough. But I do feel like the Patriots, in my honest opinion, I'm leaning towards the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win that game. Green Bay stinks. I wouldn't follow their playbook if you told me I could win a Super Bowl for sure. JJ McCarthy getting hurt every other year. He will never develop. He have at least 17 games in him. At some point, he's 22 and getting hurt like this. Yeah, but what people would tell me, and I'm not saying that the man can't play, but he has to be healthy. But what people tell me is he's 22 years old. That's the issue here that we have. He's 22 years old and he keeps getting hurt. To train. Imagine if he was in his 30s. Imagine if he's in his late 30s or his mid 30s. Is he going to be able to stay upright and be able to throw dimes and as he's getting hit? Is he going to be able to get back up if his offensive line is struggling? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go Bears. Oh, bear down next year. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Trying to go to this one section of the trail, but they got it blocked off. I don't know where y'all all live, man, but where I live, man, they're building a lot of apartments, a lot of houses, and a lot of developments. And yeah, man, it's a lot going on. It's time for us Bears fans to act the fool. Uh-oh. Bang, bang, Niner game. If you're a Bears fan, let me see your post Green Bay stinks. Go Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Go Minnesota Vikings. Watch your 6 vehicles on the road. I think you were so right, my friend. Yeah, man. But we got to see what the Broncos got yet. Yeah. I like what the Broncos got going on. They got a chance to win that game, definitely. Vikings Super Bowl. Hello. Stay off the chest, brother. Flow ride. Yeah, it's a trade. Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention. There's like on this trail, like they have like had a truck on this trail that I'm on right now. Like I'm on this trail, right? And then like they had like a truck driving on it, so I had to look up. I'm like, oh snap. Because I'm looking at the phone, I gotta keep making sure I look up, look and see what's going on. And then plus I gotta look at the trail because, you know, some people let their dogs just poop on the trails. I don't know what's going on nowadays. Maybe it's been like this for a long time, but I don't know, man. I just think it's so disrespectful to let your animal, your dog, just poop on the trail that everybody walks on. But, you know, people don't think like that. So I gotta make sure I keep an eye on the trail that I'm walking on. Brian Flores going to win a ring if he goes to the Ravens. Oh my gosh. People, listen, I would not be surprised if Brian Flores and the Ravens do amazing next year. If Brian Flores goes to there, I think he's going to the Ravens, either the Commanders or the Ravens. If the rumors are true about the Commanders interviewing him, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility, y'all. Louisville, Kentucky is the same thing building up. Yeah, man, it's building up everything, knocking all the trees down. It's crazy. Those. Yeah, I stepped in some, like last week or two, like 2 weeks ago, I stepped in this big pile of crap. I was looking at the phone, and then I just stepped on it, and I said, oh my gosh. I'm talking about a big pile of crap. It had to have been a giant dog, bro. It had to have been like a giant dog because that was a lot of crap. And I played it off. Y'all didn't even know until I said something. But that was the day when there was like a lot of snow on the ground. So I was like rubbing my feet on the snow and trying to make sure I can get all the, yeah, it was disgusting, man. It's like in the middle of the dang on trail, bro. In the middle of the trail. Just let their dog just poop all over the place. It's just, you got all this grass. And the one place you let them poop is there. And you don't pick it up. Yeah, it's like dang. Yeah, exactly. Lazy. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad nowadays. Like, I stepped in the biggest poop pile. I was mad, but then I was kind of like, it's kind of funny. Like, I should have been paying attention. But when you look at the phone and you don't look at the ground sometimes, you might, step in some crap. Literally, I was, I just did it like 2 weeks ago. Bears W against Rams. Weather is single digit in Chicago. So y'all think the weather is going to be? I think it's the weather. I think the Bears are a good team. We going to definitely see. We going to definitely see who wins that game. Like, that's going to be a good game. I got to figure out what games I'm going to do. Like, what games I'm going to go live for. There's so many good games. I'm gonna try to do as many as I can. How you doing, brother? I'm gonna try to do as many as I can, y'all. I'm definitely gonna do the dang, I don't know. Which game should I do, y'all? I'm thinking like Bills and Broncos is a good. I'm gonna try my hardest to do all these games. I'm not gonna guarantee it, like play by play, but man, there's some good games, man. I really want to do the Seahawks and the Niners. Like that game right there, I really want to make sure I go live for that game in the NFC. And then when it comes to the AFC, I think I'm more excited to see the Bills and Broncos. Even though I think the Texans and Patriots game will be good, I'm more excited to see the Bills and Broncos. Rams and Bears is a good game too, though. You know what I mean? A lot of good games. This is crazy because every game could go either way. This is why, listen, this playoffs, by far for me, has been the best playoffs. And I mean, coming from a Viking fan that's out the playoffs, we've been out the playoffs for a while now. So, but this has been a very entertaining, go down to the wire. Every game is just good. It is too, like, this is the best playoffs I've seen in a very long time. I think a lot of people will agree. Like the NFL playoffs this season, the wild card round been good. I don't know about the divisional round. The matchups look good, but you never know. One of these teams might get the brakes beat off of them. We don't know what's going to happen in the divisional round. But in the wild card round, if you love football, even if your team's not in the playoffs, you got to respect what these teams are like. These teams are playing amazing. Like these teams are playing great, and man, all the way down to the end, every single game, besides the Steelers game. But then again, I can't even say that because the Texans couldn't score any points until the fourth quarter. They scored 7 points, I think, in the second quarter, and it was a 7-6 game going into the fourth quarter. So that game kind of came down to the wire as well. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers getting brutalized in the pocket and he fumbled the ball when Will Anderson hit him, and what's his name, recovered it, scooped the ball up and ran it in for a touchdown, I think that game could have went down to the wire. Like, I'm talking about a minute left. The Steelers could have had the ball and they could have possibly won. But the thing about it, man, you cannot turn the ball over in the playoffs. Like, the turnovers in the playoffs is so critical. Like, we always talk about it in the regular season. Take care of the football, no turnovers, don't fumble, this and that. In the playoffs, it's amplified like 100 million times. If you turn the ball over, you're setting your team back, especially if you're in the opposing team's territory past the 50-yard line. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The worst times to turn the ball over. But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already, and definitely hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And we're also going to do primetime games as well. So if you're interested and you're like good vibes, I go live, play-by-play and reaction. And it's going to be lit. Shout out to everybody in the building. Even though it's the off season for the Vikings, I will be primarily covering the Vikings, but I don't mind answering questions about anybody else's team. Oh, all right, bro. Have a blessed day, Skull, brother. Every play counts. You right. NFC North, brother. Yeah. You got the Bears game. Rodgers really fell off. Texans are dumb. Yeah, but the thing about it, the Texans' defense is dumb. I'm going to say prayers to Nico Collins. He landed on his head like hard, bro. They took him out the game. As soon as the play happened, I said, they're going to have to take him out. He looked like he got a concussion right away. And, yeah, man, that was a tough thing to see, man. But hopefully Nico Collins is good mentally, you know what I mean? Mentally and physically, because that was he landed on his head. He landed like front of his head on that dang on hard field. Hard, man. But hopefully he's good. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the building. You don't got to block him. You don't got to block Jay Norton. He's fine. He's fine. Don't block him. He's fine. Every play counts. But shout out to you, bro. I think Tomlin needs to be let go. Get hard. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Maybe Tomlin needs to go to a whole nother team as well, man. The Steelers might do a lot. There might be a lot of changes, man, this offseason. I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers say, hey, we're going away from I wouldn't be surprised if they say we're going away from Mike Tomlin. I wouldn't be surprised, because I don't know when the last time they won a Super Bowl, but it's just crazy how consistent Mike Tomlin is. Ever since he's been a coach, they had a above 500 record for the Steelers. He won one Super Bowl, but it's been a while, so I'm pretty sure Steelers fans are like, oh man, we got to get rid of this guy. I'm a Viking fan, so we haven't won a Super Bowl in the whole history of the Vikings. So we just trying to get one. You know what I mean? And then go from there. And after we get one, we'll get the two. We make a dynasty. But we just trying to get one right now. And I don't know how close we are right now. I feel like we're close, but then again, I don't know at this point. Because I look at some of these teams that Like, for example, the Commanders, right? They're, in my opinion, a really good team. The issue with them is they lost their starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Like he was hurt like all season long. And Jaden Daniels, his rookie season was simply amazing. Got to the NFC Championship game. A quarterback can literally change your franchise, man. A quarterback can change your franchise. Look at Drake May. Nobody was expecting the Patriots to be this good, this quick, with a second-year quarterback. You could talk about their defense being good, and you could talk about this and that and the third. Hey, listen, for a second-year quarterback to be looking this good, bro, it don't make no dang on sense. Then you go to the Bears, bro. Even in our division, bro, the Bears not only got the top overall pick, which was Caleb Williams, which is, I always knew he was talented, but he got the right coach. And now look what the Bears are doing. Like, these young quarterbacks, a quarterback can literally change your franchise. Yes, you got to have more on your team to win, but if you get the right quarterback, sky's the limit for any franchise. That's why quarterbacks is the most important position in football, and you got to see if you can get that right. But man, it's tough, man. It's tough to find that guy. Sometimes you have to trade up. Sometimes, you get lucky and you draft a quarterback in that third round or something in the later rounds, and they mess around, be a good quarterback like Russell Wilson in his prime, or I forgot what round Tom Brady was drafted in. I think the 5th or 6th round. You might get somebody like that, but that's a rarity. Because after you get out that first round, it's kind of hard to find that franchise quarterback. It's a lesser chance, I will say. You'll have a better chance to draft them in the first round than the later rounds. But I'm picking all the road teams to win this week. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, you said Mike should come to the Ravens? Hey, listen, I have to respectfully decline that offer. I'm a Viking fan for life. I respect the Ravens, though. I respect their franchise. I respect what they look like throughout the history. My favorite team in Ravens history was when they had Ray Lewis and the guys. Special team. I agree. I think all the coaches need new teams. And yeah, man, listen, some of these coaches need a new scenery, bro. Like, I think Mike Tomlin needs to just go. Like, it's not that I'm saying he's a bad coach. Like, can I be honest with you? I would love Mike Tomlin to be a Vikings coach. Hold on, hot take. I know people ain't gonna agree, but I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna talk that talk. Like, say for instance, put Kevin O'Connell on the Steelers and put Mike Tomlin on the Vikings. I promise you we're making the playoffs. I guarantee you we're going to make the playoffs. Like, every year. Now, I didn't say we're going to win the Super Bowl now, but we're going to definitely make it to the playoffs. And if you get to the playoffs, guess what? Anything can happen. You have a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. Know what I mean? So, I don't know, but some of these coaches need a new scenery, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nobody was expecting the Bears to be this good. Exactly. His first year, Ben Johnson been a head coach. He has Caleb looking like a dang on star. Like, straight up. Straight up, bro. The NFL is the only sport you have good coaches and still be on the hot seat. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't win enough. Like, say, for instance, like Mike Tomlin. Like, he won a Super Bowl, right? But I don't know how long ago that was. It's probably been like 17 years since they won a Super Bowl, or 15 years since they won a Super Bowl. So since they haven't won a Super Bowl and haven't really made a deep playoff run, he might be on the hot seat, but I don't know though, man. He's been so consistent, because what you don't want, right, is you do get rid of him, who are you going to replace him with? Who are you going to replace Mike Tomlin with that has the resume that demands respect? Like, because the one thing you don't want to do is go from a great coach or a good coach to somebody that you just like, I don't know. Like, if they went from Mike Tomlin to John, that's reasonable, right? Because John has a Super Bowl. But if you went from Mike Tomlin to like a coach that's just an unknown, he's a coordinator that you think that, can be that guy, I don't know about that. I think they have to get a name. a big name. And I think coach, without a great coach, a quarterback ain't. We've seen it in Pittsburgh and Arizona and Jets. Facts, bro. You ain't lying. Like I said, man, Ben Johnson changed the franchise around. We got a super chat, brother. What's going on? Trev said Steelers won in 2009 last time. Gosh, Lee, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. It's been a minute. So, it's been a minute. And thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate it, man. God bless to you. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. It's been a while, so Mike Tomlin might be on the hot seat. But if you're going to get rid of Mike Tomlin, then you're going to have to get a name. Like, I don't think they're going to get an unknown guy. Like, maybe they will. I don't know. Because, like, for instance, Ben Johnson, I don't think he ever been a head coach before. And him being an offensive coordinator for the Lions, and then the Bears like, yo, they took a chance with Ben Johnson. People thought Ben wasn't going to be that good of a head coach. And respectfully, a lot of people were wrong. A lot of people were wrong about that. But thank you again for the super chat, bro. He said, without a different vibe at Soldier Field right now, fans are coming alive. Yup. Yeah, I'm loving it, man. Listen, I love the NFC North to be good. Like, of course, I want to beat y'all. Like, as a Viking fan, I want to beat the brakes off of all y'all. The Packers, Bears, Lions, I want to beat the brakes off of y'all. But I still love the fact that the division isn't bad. Like, our division, there's not a team that doesn't have above 7 wins. Like, all of the teams are solid/good, right? This division is stacked, right? I love it. Because before, you will always have, like, a team in our division that just stinks. Whoever it is. Musical chairs. Who's going to be the bottom barrel team? The bottom barrel team is the Lions right now, and I think they got 8 wins, right? So it's like, it's the team, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. The weather can impact Caleb just as much as Stafford. I'll take experience over youth this weekend. That's a great opinion, bro. Great perspective, because that is 100% true. Yes, he might be a little bit more used to it because he's in Chicago, but at the same time, it might affect him as well. That cold ain't no joke. You know what I mean? It can mess with your grip of the football. You know what I mean? It messes up your grip with the football. Guess what can happen? A wobbly throw, interception. Anything can happen, bro. What I will say is this. It's going to be a good game. Bears versus Rams it's going to be a good game. Nah, we're not blocking you, Jay. Why would we block you? I don't know who deleted the comment. That's cool. Jay's cool. The weather can impact Caleb just as much as Stafford. I'll take experience over youth this weekend. Okay, yeah, that's true. I just read that comment. Mendoza look like the two. Yo, I like Mendoza. I'm gonna have to do more research on the quarterbacks in this draft, but I really do like the Mendoza a lot. Brian Flores would love to. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm thinking. Who wouldn't want to coach him? Yeah. Hey, listen, bro. You right. Josh McCown got to go and tell him to take the O-line coach with him. Shout out to Smeagol in the building. Yeah, man, we got to get rid of all that. We got to get rid of all that. You ain't lying. Because I call peeps out, bear down. Let's get it. Nah, you good, brother. Could you imagine John Harbaugh coaching the Steelers and being on Steelers' side? Yo, I think he would love to do that, though, bro. I think he would love that. And what if and what if Mike Tomlin, hold on. Listen, let it happen. Switch coaches. See what happens. Switch coaches. Imagine Mike Tomlin being the coach of the Ravens. Hey, listen, that would be the craziest story, bro. If that was to happen, what if that happened, y'all? John went to the Steelers and Mike Tomlin went to the Ravens. That would be the storyline of the offseason. Yeah, we try to get you back. You left. Yeah, hey, listen, you let me go. Hey, listen, I'm going to the rival. I'm going to the rival. We gonna beat the brakes off of y'all. That'd be crazy. Coming from a Viking fan opinion. Let's go. Let it happen. Let's make that happen. Ben Johnson is a good reason why you hire a good offensive coordinator. That's true. That's true. Definitely true, bro. That's definitely true. Got that man. Caleb is just looking amazing. Christopher Earl's in the building. What you think about the Seahawks' chances at home? I got the Seahawks winning, man. Oh, how you doing? I got the Seahawks winning against the Niners, man. I listen, and I said earlier in the chat, man, anything can happen, but I just feel like, this is just my opinion. I just feel like, how can the 49ers keep overcoming everything, man? How can they keep doing it? Like, is it I don't know. I don't know, y'all. The 49ers have so many injuries. They even lost George Kittle against the Eagles, and they still win. And then this is what happened, like I said earlier in the live stream. And then Kyle Shanahan adjusted to what he had on the field, and he started to use his fullback as like a dang on receiver. What's his name? Kyle something. I said, yo, this coach is amazing, bro. Yeah, he be having some plays. You're like, what are you doing, Kyle? But Kyle Shanahan, and I just, very, very good offensive-minded coach. Very good. But that could go either way. But I'm leaning towards the Seattle Seahawks winning that game. Like, I don't see how Seahawks are they're just a better overall team, less injuries. Now, if the 49ers were 100% healthy, I'm going Niners, bro. But they're not. You know what I mean? They're not. They're missing too many players, bro, on defense and offense. Like, I don't know how they're able to win all these games. Squirrels running up the dang on tree. Hold on, y'all. See what this squirrel's doing real quick. Somebody's hiding from me. All right, he's hiding from me. Oh, he's funny. What you? I wanted to see the Eagles win. It was AJ Brown. Yes, man, that turned me up. Yes, AJ Brown, bro. Let me keep it real with you, man. Like, he be complaining so much. He's a good wide receiver. Don't get it twisted. He be complaining a lot, but that man was dropping passes all day, man. I think I counted like 4 drops, bro. Brutal drops. Like, it hit him right in the hands. And people going to try to, listen, this is why I was talking about J.J. McCarthy. You see how I put the Vikings into the conversation? Like, some of the throws were good. It hit Justin Jefferson in the hands, Jordan Addison in the hands. They just dropping passes. The same goes with A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts on the money throw, bro. On the money throw. A.J. Brown makes that play 9 times out of 10 on a normal day. This day wasn't normal because he was dropping everything. I don't know what he was on. He was struggling all game. And then I looked like he was arguing with his head coach. Like, he always about to fight his head coach or something. Like, I feel like A.J. Brown needs to be traded ASAP. If I was an Eagles fan, I love A.J. Brown's talent. But listen, bro, you're not no Terrell Owens. You're not none of these all-time great wide receivers like that. You know what I mean? You good. Don't get it twisted. But you ain't no dang on Terrell Owens. Even Terrell Owens got traded when he was acting crazy. So, and I love Terrell Owens. But you ain't Terrell Owens, bro. Not even close. For you to be acting the way you be acting, bro, about to fight your head coach or whatever he was doing, arguing with his head coach, bro, get your head back in the game. Get your head back in the game. Y'all had an opportunity to beat the Niners. Y'all, honestly, I thought y'all was going to beat the Niners. That was my only prediction that was off, was that game. I thought the Eagles were going to beat the Niners. And this is why I'm kind of nervous about calling the Seahawks, saying the Seahawks are going to win again. For real. He said, especially your old quarterback, Sammy. Yeah, Sam Darnold. Pat's. Yeah, listen, I'm going for Sammy. I'm going for Sam Darnold. Now, we'll see what happens. I guess we'll see what happens, but I got the Seahawks winning that game. Now, if the Niners win this game, listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If the Niners win against Seattle Seahawks, I'm going for the Seahawks to win the dang on Super Bowl. Straight up. I want them to win the Super Bowl because it is no way you can miss all these great players and still keep beating everybody. There's no way they can continue this. Too Evil, Christopher, yeah, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Two Evils in the building. He said, cut McCarthy. Two Evil, you've been off of McCarthy from the beginning, bro. He said, I seen enough. Hey, Two Evil, what was the moment you just was like, you realized that your opinion, you're like, I'm done with this guy. Get him off the team. What was the game? What was the moment? What was the moment you're like, this guy ain't it? I'm curious to know. Patriots to the Super Bowl. Possibility. But the Texans is standing in their way, bro. And I'm not saying the Texans going to win. I got the Patriots winning. But the one thing I always choose is a great defense over an offense. And that defense is a great defense. That Texans defense is no joke. It is no joke. The issue is this. The problem what every team has when they go against the Texans, you not only got to go against a great defense, but you better hope C.J. Stroud is not on his A game. Because if C.J. Stroud is on his A game, who beating the like? Listen, I seen the bad of Stroud. I seen the good of Stroud. If Stroud is on his A game, bro, it's gonna be hard to beat the Texans. So they better hope Stroud is fumbling, throwing interceptions, because if he's doing that, you got a chance to win. But if he's playing and throwing dimes and not turning the ball over, and the Texans establish the run game, hey, listen, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. The NFL is all storylines. Yep. New England Patriots and Rams. Super Bowl? Okay. McCarthy will be the worst quarterback from his class. Oh my gosh. United Weston 30-70. So you got that. So you got the Patriots and Rams in the Super Bowl. That's a tough one, man. It's tough. We gonna see. Hey, listen, that's a big possibility that could happen. McCarthy will be the Grandpa Rodgers got to retire after that. Hey, listen, I got so much respect for Aaron Rodgers to take that punishment from the Texans. Look, Aaron Rodgers was like this the whole time. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, I gotta get away. Yo, he was running away. Listen, he hiked the ball. There were some times where he hiked the ball. A lot of the time, pretty much the whole game. As soon as he hiked the ball, there's pressure in his face, bro. It was bad. It was bad. Terrible. Got to get back on. All right, bro. All right, Jay. Have a wonderful day, man. Appreciate you. When you see all that back and forth with the star players and coach, that's a problem. That's a sign of disrespect, bro. Facts. That's disrespectful. He got to get off the team. I'm pretty sure a lot of Eagle fans, and I got to talk to my homie about it because he's a diehard Eagle fan. I'm pretty sure a lot of Eagle fans are like, yo, I want A.J. Brown off the team. Too many good defensive teams left. You ain't lying, bro. It's so hard to call. United, they're so hard to call. Oh, there's a difference on defense. That's a fact. At the draft. Oh, school. Skull, let's go, baby. We got a great defense, too. Yeah, we have a great defense. The problem is with the Vikings is how long are they going to be great, especially if Brian Flores is not the defensive coordinator. If Brian Flores leaves, Man, I don't even want to think about it, bro. I don't even want to think about it, bro. I'm just being honest with you because if he does leave, I feel like our defense is definitely going to take some steps back. We're not going to be a top 3 defense. We might be a middle of pack defense because you're losing your coordinator. So, yeah, definitely hit the like button, comment, subscribe, everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. No, the Pats have a great. Oh, you said the Pats. He's like, nah. He said, nah. He said, I gotta correct this, brother. I didn't say Vikings. My bad, brother. He said, no, the Pats have a great defense, is what I'm saying. Hey, they do got a good defense. They have a good defense. It's going. Listen, C.J. Stroud, if he on point, I think the Texans are going to win, man. I do. But for me, my prediction for that game is I got the Patriots winning. And it's because I'm a Drake May. I think they have a Drake May guy. I feel like the Patriots have a better overall team. That's just and it's very close. Like, both teams are coached well, but it is so close, man. It's very hard to choose what team will win in that game. But I got the Patriots winning. C.J. Stroud struggled, and I'm not saying that the Steelers defense is bad because the Steelers defense showed up, but the Patriots defense is better than the Steelers defense overall. And if you struggled against the Steelers defense, I think he's going to struggle against the Patriots defense. And then I would say the Patriots offense is better than the Steelers offense. So I'm thinking to myself, the Patriots are going to score more than 6 points. So if it's 7-6 going into the fourth quarter, like last night between the Steelers, yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. Steelers and Texans, that game was crazy. That 25 points in the fourth quarter, like people are gonna be like, oh, the Texans beat the brakes off the Steelers. No, that's not the case, bro. That is not the case. And I just feel like the Patriots is a way better team than the Steelers. And I say that respectfully. So I don't know, man. This could go either way, but I'm leaning towards the Patriots, man. Texans going to New England. I think Drake May is going to do his thing. I really do. Even against a very good defense, I feel like Drake May is going to hold it down. But they have to establish that run game. You cannot just pass it 40 times. You can't pass it 40 times. And the one thing that Drake May has over Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career is Drake May can also destroy you with his legs. So even if Will Anderson or Daniil Hunter are bringing pressure from the left or the right side, there's an opportunity for Drake May can get a first down because he's that athletic. Yeah, Nico Collins, yeah, he got hurt. He got a concussion. Pats look like the best old Patriots team. Man, Pats look good, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That can go either way. The game could go either way. And the reason why I keep saying that is because I know how good C.J. Stroud can be. That was just a bad game for him. And I know how good that defense is. So I'm kind of like, it's hard to call, man. When you got two of the best pass rushers on one team like that, bro, Anderson and Daniil Hunter, it's no joke. No joke, man. The tackles are going to have to be on point for the Patriots. If the tackles aren't on point against the Texans, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, man. I'm just being honest here. I'm trying to, listen, opinion from a Viking fan, I'm just being honest. We going to see what happens. I'm going to be live for some of these games. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to be live for. But I'm telling you, I'm going to try to be live for all of them, to be honest with you. But it's going to be hard to do all of them. But we'll see what happens. Man, this is going to be... Who's going to be in the AFC Championship game? Who's going to be the final two teams for the NFC and AFC for the championship game? I wonder who's going to be the final two teams for each conferences. Very interesting playoffs. I can't pick on the games because exactly, bro. The Houston's defense is just so good. So it's kind of like I got Patriots winning, right? Because I feel like the Patriots ain't going to just score 6 points. They're going to do something. They have a better offensive line than the Steelers' offensive line, right? And I feel like they're going to establish the run better. They have to. Steelers cannot establish the run whatsoever, man. I just feel like the Patriots are going to do more. And it's going to put a lot more pressure on CJ to produce. CJ's not going to have, like, he's not going to be able to just be like, all right, I'm only going to have 7 points I'm only going to be productive for just the fourth quarter. And the rest of the game, I'm just going to just not do good. I'm going to fumble. I'm going to throw interceptions. I'm just not going to be good. He can't do that against New England. He's going to have to be productive and produce touchdowns, field goals, something, because the Patriots are going to score. I guarantee you the Patriots are going to score more than 6 points in 3 quarters. It's not going to happen. They're not getting shut down like that. They're not. I can't. You still got time to accept the application, bro. Glad to see you happy and healthy, man. Oh, man, thank you, man. God bless to you, Marcus. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, God is good. Give God the glory. You know, we got that all-pro cornerback, too. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all definitely do. But like I said, bro, we going to see. This game is... It has to be CJ Stroud. He has to be on point. If he's on point, it's gonna be probably one of the best games in the playoffs, to be honest with you. If CJ Stroud is not turning the ball over and fumbling and all that, listen, it's gonna be one of the best games in the playoffs. It might be the best game in the playoffs this weekend, to be honest with you. But if CJ Stroud struggles and they put all the pressure on the defense, you're not stopping you're not going to be able to stop the Patriots for 3 quarters, and they're only going to get 6 points. I don't believe it. Now, that's not happening. It's not. I don't see it. First pick better. Yeah, everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. We're also going to be going live for primetime games. And we're also going to be going live for playoff games. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Your first pick being the secondary, and y'all need to get JJ some more help on that old line, bro. And y'all need a cornerback. Yes, I would love to get a cornerback. I also would love to get a center. We don't have a center. So I think we're going to end up drafting a center, or in free agency try to get a center. But I would draft a center and see what can happen with that. Or we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But we need a center. I think our tackles are good, but I still want to draft another tackle, because I feel like our tackles keep getting hurt. Yes, they're Pro Bowl tackles. Christian Darrisaw, you can look him up, one of the best left tackles in the game. Brian O'Neill, right tackle, one of the best right tackles in the game, when healthy. The problem is when I say when healthy, they're good. They haven't been healthy. They've both been hurt time and time again, missing games. Christian Darrisaw missed a few games last year. He tore his ACL and MCL the year prior. So it's like, I don't know if he's going to come back from that. He's still good, but it's like, I feel like the Vikings have to be proactive and get a tackle maybe as early as the 3rd round, because, you know, there's so many other needs that we need. So we got Pro Bowl tackles, but they're just hurt. So we'll see what happens. But they have to try to develop a tackle to be proactive and go from there. But I agree. We need a center. We need a tackle. I think Donovan Jackson is decent. He's a better run blocker than a pass blocker. And also, I think Will Fries is decent for our other guard. But we definitely need a center, and we definitely need another tackle. We need a running back. I want a running back like Dalvin Cook. If you don't know who Dalvin Cook is, please look up Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook can do everything. Do everything. So we need another running back. I think we need a middle linebacker. But, you know, I feel like we need a defensive tackle, man. Listen, I'm even going to prioritize defensive tackle over corner. And I know that might sound crazy to some people, but I don't think it sounds crazy at all, because I want someone that can stop the run. I hate when teams come, when they go against the Vikings and they're averaging like 5 yards a carry on us. You know what I mean? I want a defensive tackle that can stop the run and get after the quarterback. And if you have a good defensive tackle that can get pressure up the middle of that offensive line, that could help your secondary as well. Then again, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I think they're gonna make some blockbuster trade. I don't know who's getting traded. I could see a Jonathan Grenard getting traded. I could see multiple players getting traded. I think they're gonna make a move for a quarterback. I don't know who it's going to be, but we shall see. AFC Pats versus Broncos, NFC Seattle. All right, so you got AFC Pats and Broncos, NFC Seattle Rams. Definitely a possibility, Marcus. Definitely a possibility. I honestly want to see Broncos get to the Super Bowl. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing the Broncos get to the Super Bowl. But you know who I want, like the AFC, right? I don't got no fight in the matter, but I just want to see some good football. But if I had to choose, like, I would love to see Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. I would love to see Drake May in the Super Bowl. Personally, that's just who, because I'm a big Drake May guy and I'm a big Josh Allen guy. But we'll see what happens, man. This is so up in the air when it comes down to it. But who's going to make it? It's hard, man. Any of these teams, there's not a favorite team that's gonna make it. Like, nobody really knows what's going to happen in the playoffs. You might have an opinion, but don't nobody know, man. If it's anything like the wild card round, we're gonna have some great football, man. I just hope there's no blowouts. I hope it's like all close games. I hope it's all close games. How many K's did CJ got bailed out? Yeah, exactly, before it doesn't work. Zombie. Yo, that's a great comment. And that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, your defense can't hold it down. Like, I don't care how good a defense is, bro. If you're on the field, they're human beings. They're going to get tired. And like I said, Patriots offense is better than the Steelers offense. They're going to score more than 6 points in 3 quarters. I promise you that. Listen, I don't believe that the Patriots are going to get shut down to the point like the Steelers did. Like, it's not going to happen. And CJ's going to have to really be on his A game. Like, if CJ's on his A game, look out for the Texans. Look out for the Texans. You know? 21-12 team. I'm riding with Chicago Bears because from the Bay Area. Okay. Yeah, I think the Chicago Bears have a good chance. I still listen. That game is a 50-50 coin flip between the Bears and the Rams. But to be honest with you, bro, I got the Rams winning. But listen, I'll be happy for the Bears, though. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Even as a Viking fan, I just got so much respect for a team that was looked down upon, that they thought Caleb was a bust. People thought Caleb wasn't good. He gets the right coach. They was like, let's see if they can win a playoff game. Now they won a playoff game. Now what can you say about the Bears right now? They won a playoff game. Right now, Caleb Williams is 1-0 in the playoffs in his second year so far. We'll see how he can finish. But Caleb's been playing so well. The one thing I love about Caleb Williams' game is when he gets in trouble, Caleb throws the ball away. That's one of the best plays for a young quarterback or veteran quarterback. Usually veteran quarterbacks are the ones that throw the ball away when they get in trouble. Caleb does not he'll take chances, but a lot of the time he just throws that ball away. He's like, man, I'll live to fight another day. Especially if it's like an early down, like first down or second down, he's going to throw that ball away. And he's super shifty. Like, he's hard to bring down, bro. I remember when we went against him in the second game. We lost at the end, right? There was this play, bro. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel. I don't know who it was, bro. But he was just juking the crap out of him. And he is hard to bring down. He's hard to bring down. That's why we drafted Caleb Williams. Yes, I like Caleb. I like the Caleb Williams in that draft. I like the Caleb and I like the Drake May. But I wasn't talking about Caleb as much. I was talking about Drake May. Because I was like, we have a better chance of getting Drake May than Caleb Williams. That was just my opinion. We drafted J.J. McCarthy. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I wasn't the biggest fan of drafting J.J. McCarthy. I was more of a fan of Drake May and Caleb. But I wasn't really, Jaden Daniels, I liked him, but he wasn't one of my favorites. I liked the Jaden Daniels. I liked Bo Nix. I liked Michael a little bit, but my two favorite quarterbacks was Drake May and Caleb in that 2024 NFL draft. But it's just like when we drafted him, it's like you gotta rock with it, bro. You gotta rock with with the coaching staff, what they want. I did some more research on J.J. McCarthy, and I was like, yo, he won in every level. He can make every throw, but you have to establish the run game, and that's the one thing that Kevin O'Connell doesn't like to do. So why would you draft a quarterback that he loves to play off that run game? Most quarterbacks play off the run game, but especially him. If you watch what he was doing in Michigan, it's like, come on, like what are we missing? That's what I was saying. Like, what are we missing? Green Bay had his beaten. We will Super Bowl bound goes to. Uh-oh. Facts, but bro, know that you ain't gotta tell him that Vikings always inconsistent one season. They'll have a top offense and bad defense. Then the following year, they'll have a good defense. Yeah, it's up in the air. You're right. Every other year. Like, I want the Vikings to get to the playoffs 3 straight seasons in a row. Like, I don't know when the last time that happened, bro. The Vikings haven't been to the playoffs three seasons in a row since I've been a Viking fan, at least. I think Tom Brady talks to Drake May. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why he's winning games. Stop mistake free quarter. Y'all be back August. Don't do that, bro. 8 months to training camp. Oh, don't do that to me, bro. Yeah, got jokes. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm about to get off. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Also, we're going live for primetime games as well. We will be covering the playoffs. I'm not sure what games we'll be going live for, but we will be going live for some of these games. We'll definitely be going live for the Super Bowl. Shout out to everybody in the building. God bless to you. Be safe. Until next time. Quick question, bro. If you can draft a position in the first round that y'all need, what would it be? The answer to that is the best player available. So I look at it like this. When it comes to corner and defensive tackle, for me, I'm going defensive tackle number 1 and then corner number 2 or safety. Oh my gosh, I can't forget safety. So defensive tackle 1, cornerback and safety's like tied, to be honest with you. But I want a good defensive tackle that can stop the run because we struggle at stopping the run. We really do. We have a good defense, don't get it twisted, but the problem is this. If we lose Brian Flores, bro, who's going to be able to scheme up? Like, our defensive tackles ain't that good unless we let them go in the offseason, like Hargrave and Jonathan Allen. I love Jalen Redmond, but that's it, bro. Like, there's no other defensive tackles that I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy could be something. But we need to draft a DT. For me, it's number 1. Number 2, probably corner and safety. But best player available when it comes to those 3 position groups. But we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Oh, Caleb Downs, Ohio State, yes. Yeah, he's not going to fall to 18, though, bro. Like, that's my number 1 guy. Honestly, out of all the players in the draft, to keep it real with you, Caleb Downs is like the one dude I wish the Vikings would just trade up and go get. Like, say no one drafts him. Like, say he gets to like 11, right? I would say Vikings should trade up and go get Caleb Downs. I would. He's that good. And you got to replace Harrison Smith. So, Harrison Smith might retire. So, but shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Ohio State safety. Facts, bro. I think Minnesota going to draft. I'm going to have to look him up. What about Philadelphia? Oh, yes. Hey, listen. I put a short out on my other channel. By the way, I have another channel called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin', where I cover the Sixers and the Phillies. I put a short out about the Sixers, and it looks like Joel Embiid looks really good right now. He looks like he has a little bit more pep in his step. He looks like he's healthy. He looks like he's happy. And I said that we could beat anybody in the Eastern Conference, bro. Nobody's seeing us in a 7-game series, and I meant every word I said, bro. I mean it. I'm going to keep talking that talk. But I'm getting off, y'all. Peace out, y'all. God bless. Oh, almost dropped my phone.